This tutorial is for first grade, Module 6, Lesson 4. In this lesson, we'll continue to look at the fact that two-digit numbers are made up of groups of tens and groups of individual ones, and that it's much more efficient when counting large numbers of items by counting groups of 10 first and then the ones. For example, in problem number 1, we have some bundles of sticks. In each bundle, there are 10 sticks. So I'm going to start by counting how many bundles of 10 or how many sticks I have in those bundles of 10. I'd say 10, 20, 30, 40, and then I'll continue adding on the individuals, 41, 42, 43. So I have 43 sticks in all, and it's made up of 4 groups of 10 or 40 in those bundles, and then 3 ones. So my number bond shows me the number 43 is made up of 40 and 3. And the number sentence will match that. 40 plus 3 equals 43. The next group, I have some larger twigs. And again, they're bundled in tens. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So now I have 46 sticks in all. It has been bundled into 4 groups of 10, which would give me 40 sticks, and then 6 more individual sticks. So 46 is made up of 40 and 6, and that number sentence shows us the same thing. 40 plus 6 equals 46. In the next section, we're going to do the same thing, only this time we're going to focus on those individual objects and how many more than the group of 10 we would have by looking at these pictures. For example, in question number 3, I have baskets of strawberries. I'm going to start by counting by tens how many strawberries I have in the basket. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 strawberries, and then 7 more than that. 7 more than the 50 would be 57. Altogether, I have 57 strawberries. I'll show that as my total in the number bond. The 57 is made up of the 50 that are bundled in those groups of 10, and then 7 more. 7 more than 50 is 57. We'll do the same thing looking at the jars of marbles. And we can see that we have some groups of 10, so I'll count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 marbles in the jars, and then 5 more. So if I have 70 marbles in the individual jars and then 5 more marbles, I would have 75 in all. That tells me that 5 more than 70 is 75. Here I'll focus in on the groups of tens and ones that make up the total. I have some bags here of peas maybe, and I'll count how many tens I have. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 60 peas in the bags. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 individual peas. And that gives me a total of 68 peas in all. In the number 68, we can find 6 tens, and you can see that shows us the 6 tens in the bags, and then 8 individual ones. 6 tens plus 8 ones gives us 68. And moving on to look at the crayons, I have boxes of 10 crayons, so we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, so I have 90 crayons in the boxes, and then 2 more individual crayons. That would give us a total of 92. And the number 92 is made up of 9 tens and 2 ones. I'm going to follow the same process in this section, only I'm going to write my own number statements. So we're looking at pencils. I can see that I have boxes of 10, so I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That means I have 7 tens and 4 ones. Altogether, I would have 74. 7 tens and 4 ones gives me 74, and that's made up of 70 pencils in the boxes and 4 individual pencils. And we'll do one more. We've got crates of apples. There's 10 in each crate. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 apples in the crates because I have 8 groups of 10. And then I have 6 more individual apples. That gives me a total of 86 apples, and it's made up of 80 apples in the 8 crates and 6 individual apples. In the last section, we're asked to fill in the blanks to add the tens and ones. The first problem says we have 50, or 5 groups of 10. 50 plus 6 would give us 56. That means 5 tens plus 6 ones. 5 tens is 50, 6 more would be 56. Here I have the number 89. I know that I have 9 ones, and then I would have 8 groups of 10, or 80. 80 plus 9 equals 89. And going across, if I have 9 ones and 8 tens, I'm also going to have the number 89 because I have 8 groups of 10, which is 80, and then 9 ones, which gives me a total of 89. So we're working on that place value understanding of those 2-digit numbers.